Have you ever been on a boat? What would happen if the boat were sinking? Would you be able to swim? Would you sink? Would you need a life vest? Could you row the boat to safety? Today we're going to talk to you about shifting a school culture as school leaders and all the parts that are needed to keep the boat afloat and moving in a positive direction. There are 6 key factors that we feel are necessary to row our boat forward or shift the school's culture. At our school, we row the boat. Row the boat focuses on what you can control, the energy you bring to your community, and the direction for your school.
First, evaluate the current status. It is essential to evaluate your current status. What kind of boat are we working with? There are many tools and resources that educators and school leaders can use to determine the current status of the school's culture. The North Carolina Teacher Working Conditions Survey is a great place to start when evaluating the school's culture. You can see how teachers feel about their school community regarding many different areas, including community support and involvement, school leadership, teacher leadership, student conduct, facilities and resources, time, equity, and safety, just to mention a few. Using the Teacher Working Conditions Survey, school leaders can quickly identify patterns and trends as well as areas of opportunity for both short and long-term planning.
Another important piece of data is attendance data, both student and teacher attendance. Are students frequently skipping school, tardy to class? How's your teacher attendance rate? Are teachers frequently absent on Mondays or Fridays? According to Education Week in 2021 and 2022 alone, 49% of schools had higher chronic teacher absenteeism and 39% had higher student chronic absenteeism compared to the prior school year. Attendance rates can offer insight into the value that students and staff have on their school and their educational environment. Do your community stakeholders want to be in your school? Additionally, discipline data is key in identifying school culture. Do students respect and value school rules and expectations? Are student behaviors impacting the learning environment? Discipline issues can frustrate and dissuade staff and students, creating a negative school culture. It is also important to look at your teacher turnover rate each year. Who is leaving and why? As a school leader, it is essential to recruit, retain, and reward highly qualified teachers so that students have access to the most optimal learning environment. Finally, how does your school look and feel? Is your school clean? Is your school welcoming? What can you do to make your school welcoming for your students, staff, and community? So essentially, what kind of boat are you working with? Are you in a canoe with holes that need patching? A speedboat with a broken motor? A sailboat without a sail? The first step to shifting your school's culture is identifying where you are.
Next, identify key stakeholders. Now that you know what kind of boat you are on, who is on the boat with you? It takes many to operate a boat. The captain, chief engineer, the first mate, the crew, and many others to move a boat in the right direction. Who are your key stakeholders? As a school leader, you must identify who the people are that assist in rowing the boat, and conversely, who might be trying to sink your ship. There are key stakeholders in each school community that include teachers, students, support staff, families, and businesses. Some people are along for the ride, and some people are going to ensure that you get where you are going. School leaders need to know who these people are and what their role is, so that as we begin shifting the culture of the school together, we know our passenger and crew manifest.
Establish the vision. Once you know who is on your boat, you need to determine your heading. So using all the data sources and information as well as stakeholder input, you can establish the vision for your school community. Students, families, staff, and community member input is vital to determine the direction that the school should be headed in. As a school leader, making it a priority to provide space and opportunity for voices to be heard is critical. It is necessary to gather feedback to prioritize areas of opportunity when developing the vision for the school. This could be meeting with stakeholders one-on-one, attending community gatherings such as boosters or PTSA, disseminating surveys and questionnaires, or creating roundtable discussions with the principal. This is where the leader in the school can piece together the data and information with the voices and feedback to establish a vision for the school. Once the vision is established, the vision should be clearly communicated to each and every stakeholder, consistently and passionately. This is where we're going. This is where our navigation is leading us.
Establish short and long-term goals. Now that we know the type of boat we are in, who is on the boat with us, and where we are headed, how will we get there? There are short and long-term goals that can help us reach our destination. When looking at shifting a school culture, there are decisions and strategies that a school leader can implement immediately and with the current resources that don't rock the boat. For example, analyzing and shifting the master schedule to provide more time for teachers to collaborate and plan. This would be a small change that is rewarding when it comes to school culture and teacher buy-in. Time is free but holds extreme value, so as a leader, whenever you can make small shifts to give back to the teachers, this benefits everyone in the community. Alternatively, there are decisions that need to be made that are more strategic and can create discord if not all members are on board. When creating long-term goals, it is important to analyze and prioritize student and staff needs, funding, resources, and community support. School leaders have to map out the advantages and disadvantages to each decision and ultimately prioritize the needs of the students. However, leaders must find a way to balance the vision and the goals so that the boat keeps moving forward.
Community buy-in. We are on our way to shifting the school culture, but we cannot do it alone. Although we have our crew, how will we work together to steer the ship? This is done through structure, processes, collaboration, and decision-making models. Trust is essential in the process of shifting a culture and steering a ship. You have to trust your captain to keep you on course. In a school, empowering school staff to assist steering the ship promotes trust and accountability. We cannot do this alone. Creating opportunities for collaboration and problem solving through teams such as leadership, school improvement, family and community engagement, and climate and culture provides spaces for teachers to become leaders and support the principal with executing the vision. Leadership opportunities and structures exist through leading departments, serving as a mentor, leading planning block meetings, being a school improvement team representative, and facilitating professional learning for others. When staff members have an opportunity to be a part of the process and the solution, the outcome is greater for the school community. Each member of the community should be provided a piece of ownership in steering the boat forward, or in shifting the school's culture. When we all work together, we can be much more positive, productive, and efficient.
Finally, feedback and reassessment. We are on the boat. We know where we are going, and all of our people are helping us get there. But there will always be waves and strong currents along the way. As a leader, we need to be constantly aware of what is happening around us in the school community. Shifting a school culture is a continuous process that requires hearing, seeing, understanding, and doing. The leader is the anchor in this process, staying grounded in the work and keeping the ship from drifting away. When staying anchored, it is essential to be open to feedback from your stakeholders and provide opportunities for ongoing two-way communication. As a school leader, we have to be open and hear the voices in the community. We must see the changes, positive or negative, and understand the impacts of the decisions that have been made. Finally, we must do. We must do what is right for our students and our community 100% of the time. We must stay anchored in our work in promoting a positive learning and working environment for each person who is on our boat. We must
Row the boat.